Hey guys, so we are 3 weeks post-op and I felt like I owed you an update. Today I decided to wash my hair on my own. And I know for some of you that does not sound like a big deal, but for me it is. I actually posted about it this morning because it's usually a 3-hour process for me to wash my hair. Today, because of my energy level and needing to rest between steps, it literally took me all day, but I feel like myself again. So it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. But it was exhausting. But I am starting to feel better. You know, if I get up and I move around too much, there's still a little bit of lightheadedness, and I know that's still just my body adjusting. I'm still not getting to the full fluid or protein numbers, but I'm getting higher each and every day, and I am consistent each and every day. So I'm not having any more days where I'm just not getting it in. I'm not having any other days where I just feel so yucky that nothing is interesting. I have moved or graduated into soft foods, so that has been awesome this week. So I've had scrambled egg with fat-free cheese and some ham. I have done a few meat roll-ups, so like lunch meat, like smoked ham or turkey breast, with some Sargeno's thin provolone cheese slices. Cheese, although it has the protein in it, still has a lot of calories. So, you know, I've done roll-ups with those. I found a tzatziki Greek dressing that I put on it because it's made with the Greek yogurt. It adds some additional protein, so that has been awesome. I had mashed potatoes one night and mixed protein in it. I mean, they were okay, but I know the potatoes were a lot of carbs, and honestly, I didn't have that much of it. It was one of the first things I had going into soft foods, so I didn't have that much of it, but I really don't have a desire to have that because I don't want all of those carbs. All right, so I know I'm not getting to my protein number, so I'm really focusing on the protein. As I told you guys in the last update, I found a drink it's working for me, so that is helping as well. One thing I can tell you that's awesome about this high protein, low carb diet is I have learned that it puts your body into ketosis. And when your body is in ketosis, there is a disgusting taste in your mouth 24/7. And first thing in the morning is the absolute worst. And those of you who know me know that I have a real phobia about bad breath. So sugar-free mints, Listerine spray, and Listerine strips will be with me 24/7 until, you know, we move past this. And honestly, I have no idea if this will happen forever, you know, as long as I'm on a high protein, low carb diet, or if your body adjusts and it gets better. But this is disgusting. All of the steri strips have come off of my incisions, and they actually look really good. They are healed. I'm definitely going to have scars, and that's okay. I knew that going into it. And I know the internal incisions take longer to heal. I know that now. Didn't know that before. But you know, I know now that they're going to take longer to heal. But it's nice to be able to visibly see some changes, some healing, to know that, you know, my body is doing what it's supposed to be doing. I am at 28 pounds lost now, and I'm officially in a stall. So the last several days, my weight has remained almost exactly the same. It's gone up 0.1, it's gone down 0.3, so essentially the same. And I'm okay with that. I knew that that would happen as my body adjusts. And, you know, that really started as I went into soft foods. And it's just my body trying to understand what normal is going to be again, and adjusting for that. And I understand that. I haven't noticed any difference in the way my clothes fit, which was a tad bit disappointing. But one strange thing that I have noticed is that my watch and my ring feels looser. So I never really considered myself to have, fat hands, but I don't know. I certainly didn't lose 28 pounds in my hands, but my watch and my ring are feeling looser. So, it's something, right? I'll take whatever right now. As I've told you guys before, I have been blessed with an incredible job and an incredible boss who has been supportive, and a job that I can, do from home when necessary. And it has actually allowed me to go back to work this week. Not full time, but yesterday I worked for 2 hours. Monday I worked for 2 hours. And I'll be honest, I was laying in the bed with my laptop, but I was working. Yesterday I actually got up and came into the office and sat at the computer for 2 hours. And today I came in and I sat in here for about 6 hours and was able to work. I have to, get up some because, sitting in a chair that long does start to bother my abdomen some. But I was able to do it. Thankfully I don't have a crazy physical job either. So it does allows me to be able to get back to work a little bit easier. So next week, my goal is to go back full time. So 8 hours a day, but working from home. The truth is, the process of getting ready for work, right? The getting out of bed and taking care of Emma, my dog, and taking my vitamins and washing my face and brushing my teeth because of the nasty breath, hair and makeup and all that is extraordinarily exhausting these days. The other component to that is clothes. I'm still cautious as to what I wear and how it presses on my belly, and then the travel to work and just all of those things take precious energy that, I just don't have these days. I'm getting about 400, maybe 500 calories a day. So, I just don't have excess energy. So I think 8 hours a day working from home at least allows me to be able to use that energy I'd be using to get ready for work, actually working. And then, I'll move into getting back into the office. And, I hope to be able to do that following week. But again, I've been blessed with a fantastic job that, gives me some flexibility. I don't want to abuse it, obviously, but it does allow me some flexibility to heal from, what really is a major abdomen surgery. So other than that, I think things are going pretty well. I won't say it's easy. There is certainly an emotional struggle. I was speaking to somebody from one of my support groups earlier about it. And I was saying, there's a physical part of it, right? Healing from the surgery. And there's a physical part when it comes to, the weight loss. Your body is simply not going to absorb everything that you eat, and it's not going to let you eat as much. But there's a bigger piece to it. I think it's a bigger piece, and that's the emotional piece. When you have that surgery, it's almost like you have cold turkey, broken up a relationship. And if you really think about it, we do have relationships with food, just as any other relationship you have in your life. It's a process to break up, right? It's a process when you break up. And you have to sit there, in this, I have to sit there and think, how do I handle stress without it, right? I hate to admit it, but I certainly did. I'd be stressed at work, and, there was always a bag of Funyuns or Doritos or something in the vending machine right around the corner that seemed to help anyway, whether it really did or not. How do I hang out with my friends without you being there? We have become a culture where, hanging out with people and getting to know them is dinner and drinks, or, at work with your colleagues, it's going out to lunch. And how do I do that now without food? Right? Because I don't really want to go out to eat when I know I'm only going to eat 1 or 2 ounces of food, and trying to find something that's going to be healthy and not fattening and not make my belly sick and make me want to vomit or run to the bathroom. It's It's all of those things that come along with it, and it has been stressful. I will tell you that the one day I went into the pantry and I hadn't cleaned out my pantry before surgery. If you're considering having surgery, you schedule it, clean out your pantry first. I did not do that, and I literally stood there looking at chips and salsa and Lucky Charms cereal and things that I enjoy that I wanted to have. Not because I physically wanted it, mentally I wanted it. And so the other day, I took a bunch of Publix shopping bags and I cleaned out my pantry. And I'll tell you, it was like 8 or 10 bags of food that I took over to my sister. I don't think that they were complaining. She has 6 kids, and I think, you know, they're growing and they can eat. So she's not complaining, but I will tell you, and I know it's going to sound dumb, but it was hard. It was hard to take stuff that you enjoy, that you've purchased, that you want to have, and give it away. But that's what I had to do. So it's a process. And you know, with God's grace, I am making it through that process. I am feeling better each and every day. I am feeling more like myself each and every day. Again, I have a small stall right now. Well, I can't say it's small. I have no idea how long it will last. It's been a few days so far. But I know, you know, that's part of weight loss, right? Surgery or no surgery, that's part of weight loss. So it's going to happen. And I know people tell me not to weigh myself every day, but guess what? I've been doing that for years. I'm used to what those ups and downs look like. So for me, it works. It may not work for everybody, but for me, it works. So anyway, I know this video has been a little bit longer. But look, I feel a little bit better, and I wanted to give you guys an update. So I thank you again for your continued encouragement, for your prayers. You know, God is good, and He can get us through anything, and He is going to get me through this. So I thank you guys, and I will give you another update soon, and bye.